Hey everybody, this is X-Soldier, and I'm going to go through some tips and tricks for the start of Season 14. Now, Season 13 is ending for all of us on June 3rd, which is this coming up Sunday at 5 o'clock, and it's going to be the same thing for Europe and Asia. Season 14 will begin about 2 weeks later for North America and Europe, Asia, which is a Friday, June 15th, all at 5 o'clock. So now what I'm going to be talking about, just some tricks I do at the start of the season. Some people do this and other people have no idea about this. And what we're going to want to do first is, of course, do our challenge rift. And our challenge rift for this week is Seeker of the Light, which is going to reset, I believe, on Monday at 5 o'clock. And that's going to run until the 11th of June, which is going to be, should be a new one, new challenge rift. Now, if that's correct, if my assumption is correct, you don't want to do that challenge rift on the 11th or the 12th, because that's going to be when the season is starting for that following week, or that same week, that Friday. So you want to save that challenge rift for that week, and then once the season starts, you're going to do the challenge rift, complete it, and then you're going to make your seasonal character. And you're going to make a level 1 seasonal character, log on that character. You're going to get your completion mail from the challenge box right down here next to your chat mail over here. And then you're going to claim all the goodies it has. Now, it comes along with, like I believe, 20 or 50 Death's Breaths. You're going to get some Forgotten Souls, Vile Crystals, Arcane Dust, reusable parts, and you're going to get about 10 bounty mats from each act. So that's the Kalimdor's Ruin, the Kalimdim's Nightshade, Erid War, Tapispire, Corrupted Angel Flesh, and Westmire Holy Water. Sorry for butchering everything. So you're going to get mats, and you're going to get crafting mats. And then you're going to also gain about 4.5 million gold, and that's going to allow you to level up your forge armor here all the way to level 12, your gem crafter all the way to level 12, and then the mystic over here all the way to level 12. And then once you've done all that, you got 450 blood shards. So you're gonna hopefully done some research, and I'll add a link down to the description below of this video of d3planner.data, which is also Kadala, and it's going to show you what you can gamble at level 1 on the website. And you want to gamble for something that's going to help you off. Like, you're looking for something that's a multiplier that's going to help you. So usually it's bracers. Like for Barb's Aries, they have a strong start for this season. So if you're looking for something like bracers, that's going to help you off. If you're like a Crusader, you're going to look for hopefully a shield that's going to give you that huge multiplier to start your season. You can also, like, if you're a Barb, you can gamble for ring and get that Band of Might. That's a huge start buff for the Barb right off the bat. And other classes too, just go on the website, look to see what the most valuable thing for your shards are, and I would probably stay away from the weapons just because it costs a lot. And then once you get that modifier going, you can cube it right away with those mats that you got, or you can wear it, and just start off like that. And then as you're leveling, once you get to level 40 or 39, around there somewhere, or you can do this at level 1, doesn't really matter, you're going to craft a level 70 item. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to get double usage of this item. So whatever class you're doing, pick the item that you're going to upgrade basically in the cube for later. Like, so if you're a demon hunter and you're using a bow, craft a yellow bow, and then you're going to use bow later once to try to get something better once you get to level 70. You're only using the bow to gain a boost in tier level, which I'll speak about later. So once you craft, like, say, your bow or your two-handed mace, if you're a Crusader, if you're a Barb, you can use two-handed mighty weapon or two-handed sword, doesn't really matter. And then once you craft it, what you're looking for is reduced level requirement, and you can craft about I would say craft about 5 or 6 of these. You don't want to craft too many because, like I said, you're very limited to those mats that you have when you first start from that challenge rift. And then once you get here, if you didn't get too lucky and it didn't roll, if it didn't roll with a reduced level requirement, you can come over here and you want to roll for a reduced level requirement. Now, just click this question mark over here and you can see what your chances are getting reduced level requirement. You want to get as high as 230 as you can possibly get to. Now something like this is an absolutely horrible thing to pick to try to re-roll this to a 30 because you have so many options here to re-roll, have the chances of re-rolling all these fear effects and, you know, stuns, freeze, chill, whatever. This is horrible because we got too many options, and you can't re-roll anything else because you don't get the reduced level requirement. So something like this, you wouldn't want to re-roll. You would actually just say, nope, this is not happening, and then you're gonna find a different weapon. And you're gonna craft either the same, you know, like I said, 5 or the same weapons, and then you're gonna try again to see if you have something better that either came with level requirement or you can re-roll. So we'll try this one to see what the options look like, because you're looking for something that's going to give you the best option, like this. So you're going to take this because this only gives you 4 options, right? So this would be better to roll because you have more chances of getting this reduced level requirement. So if something like this, you're just going to roll, and hopefully you get that reduced level requirement. And I have no mats right now, so I can't really re-roll this too much. And if you don't get it right off the bat, I would say roll this thing about like 4 times. And if that doesn't give you the level requirement, then I would say move on and try something else, because you don't want to keep wasting your mats just trying to get this. So let's presume that you got like 28, or let's say in a good day you got 30, right? So at level 40, what this means is you can use this weapon at level 30, but right now it's 53. So you're going to stash this for later, you know, put it in your stash here, and then once you hit level 53, or 40 for that matter, or whatever level you got, you're going to come back and use that. And so what that's going to allow you to do, once you equip that, leave the game, go to Torment 13, or not 13, go to Torment 6, and that's going to allow you to ramp up the XP that you're getting much faster, because you've already have this OP weapon, and if it already came with a socket, all that much better, because then you can put a red socket in there, a red gem, and get that much more damage out of it. And you're just going to go ham on Torment 6, and you might be like, oh, I'm gonna die, but actually you're doing so much more damage at that low level because you got this 3,000 or 4,000, you know, or let's just say, yeah, 3,500 damaging weapon, and you're just gonna demolish everything. Now it will eventually kind of catch up to you once you get level up higher and higher, but you can bring it down like Torment 5, Torment 4 or something like that, and still get to level 70 just as fast. And this is like the fastest way to get to level 70 with these little tricks. And now say we're already at level 70, right? And we got a bunch of gear that we need to get for, you know, for our main setups, or either if it's speed farming or if it's that main tier grind or whatever it is. You want to upgrade items and weapons, right? So instead of coming over here once you hit 70, you're like, oh, super excited, now let's just craft a bunch of items like two-handed swords, right? And we're gonna come over here and then we're gonna spend some more and try to, you know, get that ancient item, or just item in general, from using the upgrade rare item. Now, if you've already thought about it, we've just created, say, like 5 items over here that cost about, let's see, about 132 mats each, right? And we can only cast 3, but let's say we cast about 5, or, you know, we did 5, so it's about like 135 mats or 100 some mats. And now we're about to spend this many more mats on the item. Now we've already wasted those items, those mats, just crafting those items. So what you want to do instead, once you hit 70, is just go along the way and pick up these items. So like if you see a yellow two-handed sword, doesn't matter, whatever it is, just pick it up and then stash it over here with a bunch, like an empty stash of just yellow swords, two-handed swords. And now, or two-handed maces, two-handed bows, wands, it doesn't really matter, and you can do the same thing with the shields. And what this going to do is allow you to save so many more mats. Instead of crafting them, you can just grab them all and then come down to the cube down here and then just upgrade them, because you're saving hundreds of mats right off the bat of the season by doing it this way, instead of just crafting them and then coming back down here and then trying to upgrade them. And it's because those mats are so essential at the beginning of the season, and as soon as you run out of them, you got to grind more of them and then try again and try again. But the more you're more efficient about it, the better you have. You can, the faster you can almost get your items at and stuff like that. And so that's what I do every single season. And it's just knowing what you're gonna do, knowing what your setup is gonna be, and just being aware. Once you hit 70, you're picking up everything. Not everything, but you're picking up key items you're gonna need. Like two-handed weapons, one-handed weapons, offhand. Sometimes depending what class, if there's like better chance of getting these boots or legs or whatever, I wouldn't normally do that, but later on I might. It works best, honestly, if you have like specialized items. So like what I mean by that is barbs have two-handed might thing, so you only get, when you upgrade rares, you only get mighty weapons that are two-handed. So if you roll like say a sword, right? Swords. Now, you have all sorts of options when it comes to ancient swords, like a bunch of options to, not ancient swords, but just swords in general that are just legendary. And that's going to take your exclusiveness away, because you're rolling against a bunch of other things that you probably don't need, and you just wanted that one thing. And there's that for monks, the monk helms, like they're specialized just monk helm that only monk can use. And then there's the Crusader shield that's only for Crusaders. There's the flails that are only for Crusaders, and things like that you want to save. And especially if you're going to use them through the season, those are the things that you want to look out for at the beginning of the season, and just save those off to the side, and then use them for upgrade rare later. Because like I said, you're saving yourself so much more mats, and you're saving yourself time and everything like that, and hopefully a faster start of the season, so everything else works out fine. Otherwise, guys, that's about it. There's a bunch of other videos out there for people to, like, starter guides and stuff, or you can watch some streamers. Bloodshed's a really good one. There's Leviathan, there's Riker, Big Daddy Den, and stuff like that. Riker usually throws out his tier video at the beginning of the season to show you what's good and what's kind of not so good. Blood usually just gives you good guides for starting off the season, and the same thing with Leviathan. So everybody's kind of knowledgeable about those things, so I would recommend checking them out on Twitch, and then follow them and everything like that. But otherwise, guys, I hope that helps you out, and just like and subscribe to the video, and I hope you guys have a good start on Season 14.